Hey guys, Charms here with another video. This is going to be more of a redo video to my last CZ75B videos. The other videos that I made were from when I first got the gun, and all I had was a flip video camera, so the quality wasn't the best. Not to say that this is much better, but since I've had the gun for close to 3 years now, I think I can give a better review and a more informed opinion of the gun. So before we get started, let's just do a quick safety check. Empty magazine, empty chamber, and we're good. Alright, as I was saying, the CZ75B single action is chambered in 9mm. You could also get the standard model in 40 Smith & Wesson. The CZ is identical to the regular CZ75B in all aspects, except that this has a single action trigger mechanism and the magazines drop free. The trigger is a straight blade design that is plastic and has adjustable screw for over travel. The 75B has an all steel construction, so it has a little heft to it. Not to say that that's a bad thing. The gun handles recoil extremely well and is more accurate than I am. It comes with 3-dot sights, the kind that glow after they take in some light. You can get tritium sights for your CZ if you want from CZ USA. I'm not sure how much they're going for, but that was my initial plan, but in the end these just work out just fine. They're actually pretty bright after they've taken in some light. The single action model has ambidextrous controls and an upswept beaver tail, so you can get a really nice high grip on it and it feels really nice. Comes in a black polycoat finish that's pretty durable. I've fired this gun a lot and the gun still looks brand new. The only wear that I've experienced so far is on the safety here. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but it's just worn out a little bit, but it's not too bad. You can get the regular CZ in a satin finish, and I've also seen them in a polished stainless steel. So far I've not seen any of the single action model in any other finishes other than the black polycoat. When you buy the gun, it can either come with 2 10-round, 2 16, or 2 15-round magazines. When I purchased this one, it came with 2 10-round magazine, and I paid just under $4.75 for it out the door. I purchased some 15-round magazines for it. CZ USA sells them, and they usually sell for around $40, which is pretty high. But they're always having sales where they go for around 25 bucks, and they're pretty good quality, so I usually just wait for when they're on sale. Pro Mag also makes magazines for it that could be had for around 15 bucks. I have about 4 or 5 of the Pro Mags, and so far I haven't had any issues with any of them. What's nice is that you can use magazines from some of the CZ clones out there. The Magnum Research Baby Eagle mags work, as well as the EAA Witness mags. I've tried a Baby Eagle mag in the CZ and I didn't have any issues. CZ markets the single action model as a sport/competition pistol, but I see no reason why it can't be used for home defense or even as a carry piece if you're feeling up to it. Now finding a holster for your single action CZ can be a little difficult. From what I understand, the single action slide is a little longer than the regular CZ75B. So the holsters for the 75B might not work for the single action, so just keep that in mind. If you are looking for a holster, holsters made for the 40 Smith & Wesson CZ75 actually fit the single action. The only issue I have with the gun, and I really wouldn't call them a big deal, are the slide and the trigger screw. For the slide, as you can see, it's pretty thin, so you don't have a lot of real estate to grab onto to rack the slide. It's kind of hard to show on video, but it's not too much of a big deal. You get used to it. As for the adjustable over travel screw, after doing some shooting, it'll start to come out a little bit. It's not a big deal. Just a turn of your finger, it goes right back in. Some people have suggested using some Loctite to fix the issue, but it doesn't happen all the time, so I've left it. Plus, I really don't want to put Loctite on that. This was the first gun that I purchased when I decided I wanted a firearm. I had my heart set on the Beretta 92 FS. Oh man, I just loved the looks of that gun. I thought it was one of the sexiest pistols I've ever seen, and I still think it is. Fortunately, the range/gun shop I go to let me rent one of their 92 FS, and I just didn't click with the gun. I didn't like the trigger. I didn't like the slide mounted safety, and as much as I wanted to love the gun, I just couldn't like it. It's still a great gun, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash the gun. I still think it's one of the most gorgeous pistols out there. It just wasn't for me at the time. Being a little discouraged, the guy showed me a regular CZ75B, and I instantly fell in love with it. You know, it fit my hand like a glove, and I was the most accurate with it. I shot a few other pistols that day, and in the end I just kept coming back to the regular CZ. But as it turns out, the model he let me fire was just a rental. So they had a single action model that was brand new in the case, and he told me to try it out, and I loved it even more, especially because of the upswept beaver tail and the ambidextrous safety. The trigger felt nice, didn't feel mushy, or you know, didn't feel great, but it wasn't bad either. In the 3 years that I've had it, I've put maybe 3,500 rounds through it. I know it's not a lot to some out there, but you know, I put many different brands of ammo through this thing, and it eats everything. Put a few hundred rounds of Blazer aluminum through it, and out of that I maybe had 2 or 3 failures to extract. So I think that's pretty good, especially with the reputation that Blazer aluminum has. Whenever I go to the range, this gun always comes out. You know, for cheaper shooting, you can get the Cadet Kit. The Cadet Kit is a 22 long rifle conversion for the CZ. It's expensive though. It's gonna run you around 400 bucks, and that's enough to almost buy another gun. But if you're like me that lives in a restrictive state where you need a pistol permit to purchase the handgun, it's something to look into. Eventually I do plan to buy it. Right now I just can't justify the 400 bucks, but I hear it's worth every penny. One thing I've seen with the CZ75s online is people polishing the barrel. I don't know if you could see that there, but it has kind of a dark powdered look to it. I was going to polish mine after seeing some online, and I actually emailed CZ about it, and they emailed me back right away, and they highly advised against taking it off. They told me that it was a coat that's baked on at the factory, and it actually extends the life of the barrel. So in their email they just kept saying, don't polish it off, do not polish it off. So if you're planning on doing this to your CZ, they advise against it. Other than that, you know, there's not much more I could say about the gun. You know, it's a great firearm. I love it. I use it for home defense every once in a while. I keep it loaded with these gold dots. I've also lately been trying some of this new stuff that I picked up. That's the Federal Premium Guard Dog. Not bad. You know, kind of expensive. I don't think I'll buy any more. It's 105 grain Guard Dog. But I picked some up at a gun show to try. So that's about it. If you want more info on CZs, you can visit the CZ forums. There's so much information on there. Or you can go to the CZ USA website. If you have any questions for me, just give me a PM. I'll do my best to answer them. If I get the Cadet Kit, I plan to do a follow-up video on that. And until then, take it easy guys, and thanks for watching.